everybody. I hope you're doing well. While we continue to look for just the right boat, I'm excited about a series that Vin is going to do for you. Today is the first episode of Boating Law in American Waters. So if you're sailing in American waters, these are things that you need to know.
There are some very important things that you have to know if you're going to be on a boat in U.S. waters. I know some of these things may really surprise you. You do not have the same constitutional rights when you're on the waterways. Article 3 of the Constitution gave all judicial authority over all of the waterways under federal control. In other words, when it comes to boating law, there's really no such thing as state law. It's federal law. That's what controls. Now, it's true the states may control over little lakes that are within the state, but the federal government controls what's called navigable waters. What does that mean? It means every bay, river, inlet that leads out into the ocean. And that's where our constitutional rights do not apply. Our constitutional rights don't apply, you ask. What do you mean by that? The Bill of Rights protects U.S. citizens from certain government control. Article 4 says there shall be no unreasonable search and seizure. And that's the reason why when you're driving down the highway in America, a police officer can't just decide to pull you over. They have to have what's called probable cause, such as you're weaving in and out of traffic or you're speeding. That's probable cause, then they're allowed to stop you. But even once they stop you, they're not allowed to unreasonably search or seize. They can't just say, open up the trunk of your car, I want to see what's in there. They have to go to a judge and get a warrant. The Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable search and seizures. On navigable waters, though, we do not have that Fourth Amendment. The federal government does not have to have probable cause to stop anyone on a boat on navigable waters. The Coast Guard is an arm of the federal government. They can stop you and they can board your vessel without probable cause. And they're going to. They can also arrest you without probable cause. So don't forget, the Coast Guard is going to board you. They don't have to ask permission, and they can arrest you without probable cause. Now, where does the Coast Guard get this authority? By statute, by law. I'll tell you a quick story. I have a friend who's a liveaboard sailor, does chartering, 60-foot boat. He was anchored in Lake Worth Inlet in South Florida. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We heard this loud rapping. He woke up. Who the hell is knocking on my... He came out, ready to fight. And when he came out, he was blinded by a searchlight. And there was a Coast Guard vessel that had a searchlight on him. And there was one Coast Guard officer behind a big machine gun. They said, prepare to be boarded. He was really upset. He thought, I haven't done anything wrong. We don't expect to be bothered by the police when we know we're not doing anything wrong. That expectation is based on Fourth Amendment rights, which do not apply when we are on navigable waters of the U.S. So just cooperate with them and you'll have no trouble. They have the authority, not you. Knowledge is power. And I hope this gave you some knowledge and it'll give you the power that you need to know what to expect with the legal issues that arise boating in U.S. waters.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please become a subscriber and leave us a comment.